leading the pack is the all-new Hemi Crew Cab from Winnipeg Dodge, the #1 Dodge dealer in the world. This is the number 14 of Edward Bell on the pole. Outside of him, the 33 is Murray Temple. Inside row 2, Chris Soren starts there in the 1 car. To his outside, the 2R, Roland Bernard. Inside row 3, Chris Unruh, the Precision Land Solutions number 27. Outside of him, Al Giesbrick in the 3 car. Inside row 4, it's Alan Tersinski in the 13T. Outside of him, the 35W is Wally Butler. Row 5 has Dexter DeVergen starting there in the 11 car, and starting 10th, that's the outside of row 5, is Robert Livingston. Row 6 has Eric Klassen inside in the 31 car. Outside, Alex Tersunski in the 10 car, and starting on the scratch spot, the 7th row, all by his lonesome, this is Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson. That is your main event lineup for the Winnipeg Free Press Lightning Sprints.
Getting ready now for your Northern Lightning Sprint division. These cars weigh 950 pounds with driver, produce 180 horsepower at the crankshaft, and are chain driven. They have a motorcycle clutch and transmission and drive chain. Many thanks going out to TransTech Industries, our corporate sponsor on the night right here at Red River Co-op Speedway. Also like to thank Ross Brookhouse, a safe place for children and youth living in the inner city of Winnipeg. Check. We're racing. Tough break for the number 27 of Chris Unruh. The Pioneer Precision Land Solutions number 27 rolling to a stop on the front straightaway. You will recall earlier that driver won his heat race in the Northern Lightning Sprint Association. However, that car was smoking at the end when he crossed the finish line. You got to wonder now if that earlier smoke is leading to something far, far worse here in this feature, brought to you in part by the Winnipeg Free Press. Winnipeg Free Press Lightning Sprints on the racetrack. A tough break for Chris Unruh, former president of the Northern Lightning Sprint Association out of Winkler, Manitoba. That driver actually installed much of the drainage systems here inside the racetrack in the infield area. He is a proprietor of Precision Land Solutions, and last year installed some special tiling. They can actually go into a farmer's field with their GPS equipment and make mirror images of fields in terms of grading and drainage. It's a real high technology business that Precision Land Solutions is involved in, and the owner driving the 27 car, but right now, unfortunately, he will be driving that 27 car back to the pit area. So the lineup remains the same up front. The 14 Ed Bell, sponsored by Bell's Property Services. And alongside him, the 33 of Murray Temple. That is a Bailey chassis. Inside row number 1, car number 14, built in Hendersonville, Tennessee. And outside is a Henchcraft, which used to be built in Pennsylvania. At least that one was. These cars, just like the World of Outlaws sprint cars that you see on TV at River City Speedway in Grand Forks, have full 4130 aircraft quality chromoly chassis. They use torsion bars, suspension, adjustable shocks, just like their bigger brothers, the World of Outlaws. The biggest difference, of course, while the size of the cars, these run 13-inch wheels. The World of Outlaws sprint cars run 15-inch. As we get set to go racing. Well, the Winnipeg moving 14 is first to the first corner, and he is on the throttle. Murray Temple moving on the outside of turn number 2 and trying to close the gap. Keep your eyes on third spot. That's the HVAC group, Ward Trucking 2R of Roland Bernard. He's a quick one. But right now, the Bailey of Ed Bell is pulling away from the field. Murray Temple continues to work on Ed Bell. Ed Bell running a Suzuki GSXR 1000 engine in that car. The engines must be 4 years old minimum. Most of these engines can be purchased at motorcycle salvage yards or on eBay. Price for an engine anywhere from $1,500 up to about $4,000. Laps are ticking down as Ed Bell continues to lead this one in the Winnipeg Moving. Bell's Property Services, number 14. Yellow flag is out on the racetrack. We've got a spinner at the bottom of turn number 2. Well, the number 3 goes around on his own. That is Al Giesbrecht out of the Winkler area, so he will go to the back of the pack. Caution on the number 3, Al Giesbrecht. He originally started outside of row number 3 in the 6th starting position, and will now have to restart this race at the back. All right, so it's Ed Bell followed by Murray Temple. That's how they lined up at the beginning of this race. Roland Bernard started 4th. Will now move to the inside of the 2nd row. Murray Temple was running 2nd, so he elects to start on the outside of row 2, moving the Ward Trucking Temple HVAC Group 2R to the inside of row number 2. Chris Soren in the direct buy number 1 right behind him. And of course the 35W is Wally Butler in the Hyundai 35W. Dexter DeVerkston drives the 11 car, the 43 Robert Livingstone. The 18 getting ready to go as well. We are under green. Comes Roland Bernard on the inside of Murray Temple. A very brave pass flying into turn number 3. Roland Bernard now attacking Ed Bell. Roland Bernard on the outside of the racetrack. Ed Bell trying to get traction and can't. Roland Bernard flies by in the HVAC group. Ward Trucking 2R, he is your new leader. Heads up Ed Bell into the tires. Tough break. Ed Bell in the 14 car appeared to be getting looser and looser as the laps went on. And, well, after getting passed for the lead, Ed Bell goes around in turn number 4 in the Bailey chassis. So we're going to have to find out if he went around on his own or he had some help. Well, once again, we want to thank you all for coming out and enjoying racing here tonight at Red River Co-op Speedway. We still have Pat A Modifieds and late models to go, so plenty more racing action here tonight yet.
Absolutely, and we just had someone come up and tell us some of the lights aren't working here, and we understand that's the case, and we do have a man on it, so hopefully the lights will be coming on here shortly. So yeah, A-Mod's coming up, and then the late models.
Right on. Late models are final feature of the evening. Of course, the Trans-Tech monster truck will be in the pit area following tonight's event, so you can get on over there and check that out.
That'd be well, the Trans-Tech monster truck will be in the pit area after, we were just told. Well, that's a bonus if you want to check it out. Hopefully the driver will hop in it and get it over there before in between the modified and late model features. That'd be a good idea. So we're not holding the gate to get it maneuvered over there. Well, it looks like we're ready to go lightning sprint racing.
We are, absolutely, and we've got a new leader. Ed Bell, unfortunately, has to restart at the back. Here we go. Keep your eyes on the 35W of Wally Butler on the bottom of the racetrack. He is challenging Temple for second, and while he has won that challenge, now look at the 35W. He is flying, and now challenging Roland Bernard for the #1 spot. Wow. First visit for the Lightning Sprints in 2015, and, well, Roland Bernard has been spectacular. Apparently, he has forgotten the least about running this big 4/10 of a mile oval at Red River Co-op Speedway. Roland Bernard continues to pull away in the HVAC Group 2R. While it looked like for a while Wally Butler had something for him in the 35W, but Roland Bernard simply too quick. That is a Henchcraft up front and a Henchcraft in second and third as well. White flag is out for Roland Bernard.
Checkered flag flies. Roland Bernard for the #1 spot. Wally Butler at second. 33 car finishes third. That's Murray Temple grabs the third spot. 11 car. Dexter DeBergson grabs fourth, and rounding out the top 5 is Chris Soren. That was the Winnipeg Free Press Lightning Sprints. And we'll get our winner across the scale and get him down front. Have a brief post-race interview with Darren. Trans-Tech Industries can look after all of your automotive needs. They provide major and minor engine repair and rebuilds on gas and diesel engines, full suspension and brake repairs and maintenance. Fleet scheduled maintenance programs are available. Authorized extended warranty approved repairs and computer scanning, OEM reflashing available. Visit them online at transtechca.com to book your appointment today. Well, he did a nice job of that one. I was just checking to see where he started, and I lost my place here. Wally Butlers, or Roland Bernard, I'm sorry, started fourth. He started in the fourth starting spot, and he got the job done. Darren, we'll turn things over to you. You can get a better look at what's going on down there in the dark.
Thanks very much, Pat Mooney. Roland Bernard getting out of the HVAC Group 2 R car. Of course, out of that full containment seat. All of these drivers use a Hans device for safety that keeps your head connected to your shoulders in case of a frontal impact. So these little cars, as I said, a cousin to the World of Outlaws sprint cars, identical construction, just a motorcycle engine and a chain instead of a small block Chevy and a drive shaft. There he is, your winner, Roland Bernard in the HVAC Group Ward Trucking 2R. Congratulations, Roland, your first visit to the Speedway, and it appears you've forgotten less than most of those guys out there. Great run.
Oh boy, we struggled last year at the beginning of the season. We've gotten off to one heck of a start. I have to thank my crew, Mark and Daryl. It's Daryl's birthday. I want to wish him a happy birthday. He's my father-in-law. Appreciate you, bud.
Tell us about the engine you're running. What type and brand is it?
We're running an 07 GSXR 1000. We really like it. It's been really reliable for us, and well, we're putting it in the winner's circle.
All right, how about a Roland Bernard, your winner in the Winnipeg Free Press Lightning Sprints?
Thank you, Darren. Congratulations to Roland and his crew. Getting his picture taken out front with some of his fans. All right, we're about ready to go modified racing, and starting on the pole as a rookie in the modified division. He started in the streets, moved up to the Midwest Modifieds, and now he's running a modified. This is the 24, James Wall, a rookie in this class this year. To his outside, the only Ford-powered car in this race, the number 9. Outside on the row 1 is Lee McRae. Inside row 2, in the Guillot Farms number 48, this is Jerome Guillot. To his outside in the Johnson's Whole Hog Barbecue 1R, it's Rick Delane. Inside row 3, it's that great-looking pink and white 29K, that's Ryan Karalik in the Coyote Ventures entry. To his outside, the number 57, sponsored by Custom EDM, this is Kevin Sexton. Inside row